And welcome back, YouTube. It is 8:15 a.m. Oh no, it's not. The clock says it's 8:15. It's now 3 minutes behind, so that means it's actually 8:18. And it's not p.m., it's a.m. Yes, I'm up on a Sunday morning. Damn. Yeah, still continuing my Sunday morning, my last video, which I'm probably going to upload as separate videos just because of the issues with putting them together with iMovie that I explained in my previous video. So I was thinking about going over to my storage to drop off some recycling, but I really don't have that much recycling in the car right now, and I do have a box that's pretty much full at home, but yeah, I don't feel like driving all the way back home to grab it. Ooh. Wow, there was a little keep left sign on that little island to slow down traffic, and it was destroyed. So yeah, those islands not really accomplishing their goal. Thanks for wasting tax dollars on those, City of Phoenix. Can you please pick up our bulk trash? Driving south down 36th Street. Too bad I'm not doing my laundry today because I'm headed right towards the laundromat. That's the strip mall right there on the right. One Stop Plaza. Never even noticed that thing had a name. That's where the Family Dollar, Dollar Tree store is. Right next to Mindless Laundry, which is where I've been doing my laundry for most of this year. Another interesting personal landmark for me, that building right there on the corner, that used to be the studios for Channel 21. Was a Christian channel. Channel 21 still exists. They've got to have offices or studios somewhere, but it's no longer there. Anyway, why that's relevant to me is that's where I was married. That's where my wedding took place, and a pretty awesome studio. It was an exact replica of a biblical temple. Oh, well, at least as exact as could be inferred from the Bible verses that describe it and its size. Which I still had some pictures and some video for my wedding. My wedding was actually pretty awesome. But, the only thing I really have left over, oh my goodness, look at how many homeless people we got over here at this bus stop. We got a whole bunch of them right there, just loitering with their suitcases and their shopping carts full of garbage. City of Phoenix needs to get that transit enforcement out, pick up that trash. Interestingly enough, the bus stop on the right is clean. Surprise, surprise. They usually congregate at that one in front of that little park that is apparently available for purchase for the right amount of money. Wrong sandwich shop not open yet. Hey, but the Wander Inn is. I could go get myself some day drinking right now. It's tempting, but I don't think that's how I want to spend my Sunday morning. Especially considering that I am scheduled to work tonight at Amazon. Where am I going? Obviously my first goal was to get myself a safe drink, which I did. Wasted a whole lot of time shooting the last video doing that, but hey, I picked up some cans, so slightly contributing to my recycling money, as minuscule as that is these days. God knows when we get around to cashing that in. Certainly not. Probably not this week. Well, maybe this week. Yeah, I'm super broke this week. I mean, the important thing is I got my rent paid. I got my rent paid last weekend. So that is the important thing. Because this week is the week that I got. Normally I get my check every Friday. Well, I say check. My direct deposit every Friday from Amazon. And this Friday, so it's Sunday, so 2 days ago. Yeah, no direct deposit at all. There's a delay between when I work and when I get money, which most everybody who works has. This Friday is the Friday that corresponded with the week that I was at home in bed with extreme dental pain and not able to work. Which, by the way, I just got an email a couple days ago from Amazon saying that they've arrived at a decision regarding my sick or disability leave. And instead of putting the decision in the fucking email, the email is a link to a website. Like, I got time to fuck with that. Just put it in the email. Give me the answer in the email. Why send me an email with a link to a website? Why they gotta be like that? Yeah, I didn't go to the website. Feel like dealing with that. I'm sure it's gonna want to log in, and I always struggle with that kind of shit. I mean, the fact that I haven't got anything telling me I'm fired, I'm just gonna draw the conclusion that they've approved it. And if they haven't, then they can fire me. After the presentation early Thursday morning that showed their pay scale for everybody level 1 and level 3, and made it abundantly clear that pay is just based entirely on how long you've been there, not in any shape, way, or form by merit and how hard you work and how many different positions you train into. I'm not going to go full on quiet quitting, but yeah. Seeing how feeble my pay is going to be if I stick around for 3 years and bust my ass doesn't make me want to stick around for 3 years and bust my ass. It just is a reminder that I really need to get my Social Security card replaced and see if that's still a valid offer that I have through that staffing company to work for the Bath and Body Works warehouse, because that was a $20 an hour gig. Also, my friend Donnie keeps telling me about how he's making like $28 an hour working for some new company that's building electric trucks down in the town of Maricopa. Now, granted, that's a farther commute than I have, not a whole lot farther commute than I have. Maybe that's a gig worth looking into. And I still haven't followed up with putting up an application for Costco, which I really should do. Of all the different opportunities that are kind of been in my face lately, that's the one that sounds the best. So anyway, my other mission, other than getting a soda, which I got, and I was probably dehydrated since I haven't really drank much in the last probably 18 hours. I'm on my way, I think I'm on my way to Aldi. Oh, look at this. They added bike lanes by narrowing the already existing lanes. Yeah. Last thing I want to do is ride my bicycle in a painted bicycle gutter where the average speed of the traffic is doing 55 and the posted speed limit is 45. When the hell will cities learn that that's not bicycle infrastructure? That's a death trap. Now, granted, there's an actual bicycle I see heading north on 68th Street. 68th Street, not as bad. It's not a strode like McDowell Road is here. It's actually a 2-lane road with a center turn lane, and it's bike lanes take up a lot less space, and the traffic on it is going a lot less slower. So yeah, 68th Street I feel safe riding a bicycle on in the painted bicycle gutter, but McDowell Road not so much. If I was riding a bike, I would definitely be up on the sidewalk, which is nice and wide, and as you can see has no pedestrians on it. Anyway, I'm headed towards, I believe, an Aldi. They were supposed to open an Aldi grocery store. I've never been inside one. I hear people talk about them online all the time, about how they're supposed to be a really great deal on groceries. Groceries getting really freaking expensive these days. something generally I don't purchase because my kitchen has just been so unusable for so long due to the so-called girlfriend that absolutely refused to clean up her mess in the kitchen. So there should be an Aldi as part of where Papago Plaza was. I'm seeing these giant pack and stack luxury apartments on the right. And I'll try to link a video to what Papago Plaza was. 7115mcdowell.com website for these luxury apartments, and it doesn't look like I can. Yeah, these are not open yet, and they're still under construction. There was a sign that said pre-leasing. You know, building these super expensive luxury apartment complexes is not solving the affordable housing situation here in Phoenix. All that's doing is just making more housing that the average person can't afford. But that seems to be all that's getting built these days. Luxury apartment homes. 7115 McDowell. 71 spelled out, the number 15, McDowell.com. Now pre-leasing. I bet these things are $2,000 a month or more. Certainly nothing I could even dream of affording living in. And I wouldn't want to live in something where I'm that kind of close to my neighbors and have to walk down an enclosed hall to get to anyway. I much prefer having a front door and a back door that go out to a yard. I do dig that this Wells Fargo bank is still in here, because this Wells Fargo bank is built in an architectural style to match Papago Plaza, which is no longer here. Oh, and as I was mentioning, I do want to link a video, but just in case the video is not linked, just do a search on YouTube for Retail Archaeology Papago Plaza, and they did a really good video of the strip mall, the rather awesome strip mall that used to be here called Papago Plaza, which I thought had really unique and just really cool southwestern architecture, and that's now being replaced by some pack and stack apartments, luxury apartments, which have no character whatsoever. Wow, and over here we got Fate Brewing. So it looks to me like that Aldi fell through during the pandemic. I haven't really come to this part of Scottsdale in a long time. Well, that sucks. There were signs back when I was, back when they first started to board up Papago Plaza. There were signs saying that there was going to be an Aldi there, and I remember reading that there was going to be an Aldi there, but apparently those plans fell through. All right, this intersection here, Continental Drive, also Roosevelt Street, depending on which direction you go. This is where the city of Tempe starts. We're just leaving Scottsdale. And there's no good reason for me to be driving through Tempe other than I didn't feel like backtracking on McDowell Road. So I'm just wasting time and gas right now, pretty much. But yeah, I'm in Tempe. As you see, I don't live far from Scottsdale or Tempe. Living in the Arcadia area of Phoenix. Scottsdale and McKellips. Starbucks coffee. That Starbucks. Oh wow, Circle K is brand new. That Starbucks got on the news a couple of years ago for the baristas kicking a couple of Tempe police officers out by saying that their presence was making them nervous. So, yeah, that's great. Next time your place is getting robbed, see how eager the police are to show up there and help you with that. And hopefully I can get around to linking putting in a link to an article or a video about that situation, because that actually hit national news. That was pretty freaking ridiculous. And props to the cops for just kind of taking it in stride and being like, yeah, all right, whatever. We'll remember this the next time you guys want police assistance here. Goodwill on the right here. I have found some really stuff in that Goodwill store. But I am not going thrifting today. I do not have the money for that, and I do not need to put that circumstances. You know, for as much as a huge dent as I made on my credit card debt with my, I was going to get on the freeway, but I think I'm going to turn right here on Curry Road, especially since I'm getting a red light now. As much of a huge dent as I made a couple months ago on my credit card debt with my 6-month bonus. Oh wow, they just expanded Camden over there. Camden, Tempe, Luxury Apartments. I forget what used to be on the right here. I want to say it was some kind of a manufacturing plant, but it was in the process of getting demolished back when I was working as a juicer for lime. And I knew they were going to build luxury apartments here, but I really didn't expect that they would expand Camden. But yeah, again, more luxury apartments owned by large corporations. I don't see that as a generally beneficial thing for society. Wow, somebody walking on this street. And from the direction she's coming, she would have been walking a long way. Of course, now the game I play with every person I see walking, there's another person walking, is homeless or pedestrian. That guy looks like a pedestrian. That just looks like an elderly dude just out to get some exercise in the morning while it's kind of nice out. I really like this drive. Cutting across Papago Park on Curry Road, which at this intersection here, this is Mill Avenue. If I go left, I'll be going directly into downtown Tempe, but I'm going to hang a right. It's Curry Road to the east and Washington Street in Phoenix to the west. It didn't used to be that way. It used to be that Curry Road was its own thing and was considerably narrower going to the east, and to get to Washington Street from Mill, you went through this intersection that I'm coming up on here. And what the hell, show you all a little bit of Phoenix history. So this used to be US 60 before the Superstition Freeway became US 60. This used to be US 60 coming out of Tempe. And if you went straight, you stayed on US 60 and it became Van Buren Street. And if you exited to the left, and there was no weird bike lane like that, it was just 2 lanes off to the left, this was an exit for Washington Street. It's not Washington Street anymore. Washington Street, it would have been what I would have been on if I kept going straight on Curry. But yeah, this was Washington Street. Now it's Center Parkway. It's one of 2 different streets in this area that are not connected and don't line up with each other, called the Center Parkway. They used to have the stripes a lot different on this. They've added the bike lane and they've added the bike lane, which as you see, no cyclists use. But yeah, this intersection here where this road, which has its own exit because the exit predates all the development here, unceremoniously ends at Priest Drive. If you look at it on a map, you'll see the piece of street that I'm on, which is now called Center Parkway. You'll see that it lines up perfectly with the alignment of Washington Street going further west on into Phoenix. Anyway, that's how Washington Street went through back when I was a kid and a teenager. I forget exactly what year that development was done. I want to say late 90s, but I could be wrong. Sometimes my memory of these things is flawed. Oh god damn it, I missed my arrow. Person waiting at the bus stop over there with an umbrella. This is a long red light, so I'll let you guys play my game here. What do you think? Pedestrian or vagrant? Kind of a tough call on that one. Could actually be legitimately waiting for the bus stop. Doesn't have any giveaway bum signs like a stolen shopping cart full of garbage. Yeah, I'm thinking pedestrian. Looking a little closer, I'm thinking pedestrian. Person's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Just keeping myself entertained, waiting at a red light.
As well as a lot of violin music.
I'm actually listening to K-Bach right now. Don't ask. I brought that on. Just like driving from, and I didn't shoot a video of it Friday night, I don't think. I'm trying to remember my Friday night. I remember I shot a video going from getting pop-ups telling me I got notifications from TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok lately, so they keep sending me notifications. I'm trying to remember Friday. Sometimes on Sunday it's hard to remember Friday. Friday feels like it was a long time ago. I remember I got to Bullock's late. I had a pretty productive time on Bullock's. Worked on karaoke for Counting Crows. I think I mentioned that in my video. I definitely did. I did a video as I left there going over to Oz Bar. I can't recall if I shot a video after I left Oz Bar or not. So in case I did, this is going to be redundant as hell. And in case I didn't, this is what happened. I didn't stick around Ozbar very long. I don't know, I was probably there over an hour. But it was quite a bit of a wait to sing, and I sang White Woman Instagram for the first time by Bo Burnham. That was fun. Got some pretty good applause, got some funny looks. I feel like my voice was big time drowning out the instrumental. Yeah, the sound just is not done very well there. It just kind of is what it is. I've made my suggestions. They've fallen on deaf ears, which is kind of to be expected. And meh, whatever. You know what? I was thinking about driving this way to go up to the Fry's. So I'm on my way to get groceries. Very disappointed that where there was going to be an Aldi built, there's instead more overpriced luxury apartments going in. I was really looking forward to having my first Aldi shopping experience. And so at this point I'm driving back to Fry's grocery store because I still want to go get some groceries. But, oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my EBT card has finally completely run out. I used the last like $6 or $7 on it at the 99-cent only store, like last weekend or maybe the weekend before, whatever weekend it was. I went to the 99-cent only store with Priscilla before I went to you guys gonna go or are you gonna stand in the street? Definitely vagrant at that bus stop. Vagrant with a hell of a nice tricycle though. Yeah, there's no way he's waiting for the bus with that tricycle because that tricycle will not fit on the bus's bike racks. Anyway, yeah, I spent the last $6 on my EBT card, and I definitely make too much money to get food stamps at this point, which is a good problem. Not that I have a lot of money for food, but you know, at least I do. So you know, it could be a lot worse. Anyway, I was thinking about driving that way to go up to Fry's, and then it occurred to me that since I'm shooting video, I always get a lot more interesting video going through the intersection of 44th Street and Van Buren. In fact, that last video I did when I was walking around by the Circle K at 44th Street and Van Buren's, it's got almost 200 views, which is, granted, not much by YouTube standards, but it's a lot for this channel. So, and I keep thinking about that that homeless girl that I talked to that was getting trespassed out of the Circle K. I you know, not the prettiest face, and she had a pretty hardcore scar on her arm, but all in all, she had a hot little body on her. Oh, I can't help but thinking that she would clean up nicely and certainly make the loneliness that I've been suffering from lately a lot more pleasant. Wow, there is nobody loitering at the bus stop on the north side of the Circle K. That is an absolute first. There's somebody loitering on the curb here. Although I'd be willing to bet that guy is just waiting for the bus. It looks like he's waiting for the bus. He's looking at his cell phone. So probably waiting for the bus and just found a shadier place to sit than at the bus stop. And I can't say I blame him. In fact, if I was him, I'd probably walk up to the bus stop right there because it's located in some nice shade and just a little bit further away from the riffraff there at Van Buren Street. So yeah, not a lot of action going on at 44th and Van Buren. That's a good thing. But yeah, I think if I had that, I'm kind of regretting not asking that girl in the pink hot shorts if she needed a ride. I think it would have been interesting to maybe get to know her a little bit better. But anyway, speaking of getting to know women better, yeah. So I was trying to say what happened Friday, wasn't I? So I can't recall if I shot any other videos after I left Oz. I'm thinking I didn't. I remember leaving there. I was kind of debating as to where I wanted to go. I left there just because there wasn't really anybody hanging out there. There's only one person hanging out there that I actually like to chat with, and I was really kind of hoping to find some female companionship. And the odds of that happening at Oz are not good, being that Oz is a gay bar. Sound not so on point, although I did have an absolute blast singing White Woman Instagram. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to go there this afternoon for karaoke, do the Sunday afternoon karaoke before going to work at Amazon. Let's see, after so yeah, I stayed there for a while. At one point I looked, after I sang, just not really having a lot of fun there, completely being ignored by the bartender. I never did get a drink the whole time I was there, just the bartender's completely ignoring me. The bartender usually takes super good care of me, wasn't working, so that was kind of another one of my motivations to not stick around. Although I had a pretty good buzz. I had just downed 2 pitchers in a pretty short amount of time at Bullock's. One that was bought to me by a woman at the bar, and then one I got on my tab at a discounted rate. In fact, come to think of it, I'm thinking of what my tab was, and no, come to think of it, I was not even charged for it. Thank you, Bullock's bartenders, for taking care of your karaoke guy. But yeah, I did talk to Cece, the lead singer of the band, to find out if she found anything out about my extension cords being stolen, and she said she didn't talk to them and didn't know. I get the feeling she just didn't want to get involved, which I can't say I blame her. But yeah, still no recovery of my cords. I did mention it to Heather, the daytime bartender, who I imagine doesn't have a lot of contact with the band, but at least I know she's always got my back, and she seems to have a lot of pull with the owners. So if anybody's going to mention it to the owners, it's probably more likely to be her than me. You know, it's kind of weird. I almost feel like they avoid me as much as I avoid them. Like I saw them on Thursday night as I walked out to the parking lot to get my karaoke system in my suitcase. Lately, I've been taking it home, thinking I'm going to hook it up at home, and then I never do. But maybe I should do that this afternoon. But anyway, train just went into complete neutral there. Of course, now I'm hitting a stretch that I always like to watch for homeless people camping in the landscaping in front of the strip mall here. This corner especially is a popular one for the homeless vagrants. And, wow, I'm seeing a whole lot of garbage at the bus stop, but not a lot of loitering people. Apparently the city of Phoenix has been kind of proactive in running them off, but not at cleaning up the garbage. Well, at least they're getting half the job done. Oh shit, that reminds me, I gotta go to the bank and put in a deposit. I got a text message telling me that I had a frighteningly low balance on one of my Chase accounts. So almost forgot I needed to do that. Man, I lost my train of thought so bad there. What the hell was I trying to explain? Friday. Thursday and Friday. Oh, the owners. Yeah, the owners of... Damn, there's no shady parking right now. Dang it. Oh, it's really not that hot out right now, so... I just know the sun is coming up, so I still want to turn it. I'm gonna go for a bit of a walk and talk to y'all. I don't want to turn into an oven in my car. Pretty sure the vestibule is going to be closed, so I'm going to have to walk up to the drive-up ATM. I freaking hate that. Of course, I got my car, I could drive up to it, but at least now they're actually posting vestibule hours instead of coming up and swiping your card through that thing and then wondering why the fuck it doesn't work. Temporary change in hours, vestibule hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So yeah, if the bank's not open, the vestibule's not open. Saturday, 8 to 2. So you get an extra... both. Here we go. So it's 9 to 5, 9 to 2 are the bank hours. So you get an extra hour in the morning to use the vestibule and to pick up your package at the Amazon locker named Bruna. So I'm surprised Amazon is not giving them shit for making that Amazon locker inaccessible to their customers. Sunday closed. No access to the vestibule for pedestrians to do their banking at the ATM. You know, and it's kind of funny because I go to a lot of oh shit, I better roll up my window so I don't have people trying to fuck with my car. And I do see a vagrant walking up 44th Street right now, and sometimes an open car window is all the temptation they need to fuck with somebody's car. Yeah, I watch a lot of kind of, I don't want to say anti-car, but yeah, they tend to lean anti-car. Urbanist YouTube channels, in particular, Not Just Bikes and also City Nerd, that talk about just how out of hand car culture and car-centric infrastructure is in the United States. And one thing that people that do not live in the United States or Canada often trip out on when they see it mentioned or see it pictured is American drive-up banks. Like, wait, what the hell? What is a drive-up bank? Was that a thing? And oh yeah, bank branch is closed. The vestibule to walk in and use the ATM is closed. But we have 2 drive-up ATMs, and all this real estate here that could have more retail, or maybe some residential that's actually like convenient walking distance to the bus stops. No, it's used for people to drive up to the ATM that can't be bothered to get out of their vehicles and walk to the ATM. And even if they wanted to walk to the ATM, they can't because the goddamn vestibule is locked up. Thank you for that, Chase Bank. Oh yeah, whoever is responsible for that decision at Chase Bank is welcome to gargle my balls. Anyway, where was I? Saturday. I was trying to explain what happened. I was trying to explain what happened Friday night. Wow, and we've had homeless people squatting in this little area, as you can tell, because there's lots of garbage here, frustrated at the homeless people for not picking up their garbage, and frustrated at Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers, for having staff too goddamn lazy to come out and pick up the garbage. Oh gosh, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, it's kind of weird. I almost wonder if the owners, and it's a husband and wife team, if the owners of Bullis Cocktails are as proactive about, they're like trying not to talk to me. It almost feels like they're trying harder not to talk to me than I sometimes try to not talk to them. I'm still kind of weirded out at the way Raina approached me a couple of weeks ago. And at like the most awkward time imaginable, like what led up to that. That intersection there, we've got a stoplight and there's not even a crosswalk. There's signs that say no pedestrian crossing here. It forces pedestrians to either go an eighth of a mile to the east or an eighth of a mile to the west just to cross this road. Yeah, I'm a jaywalk instead. Thank you. Well, looks like we got a little encampment going on here next to the titty bar. A whole bunch of people with a tent set up and some bicycles and some carts and what have you there. Got Sugar 44. It's too hot to keep changing the stupid sign. Just come in. Yeah, or just move in. Just move in. Set up your home and your tent right there by the bushes. That guy needs to go to the spigot at Circle K and take a bath. And don't ask why I'm walking this direction. I feel like walking. Wanted to get some footage of the bums camping in front of the titty bar. Well, just walking by this bank, I'm thinking of the time I had that run-in with security yelling at me, telling me I needed to leave. It's like, motherfucker, I am a customer here. You work for me. I have not seen him back here since I've been back to this bank. Not that I've been doing a lot of banking back here lately. What are their branch hours these days? Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon, drive up 9 to 5. Their vestibule is locked, but at least they have a walk-up ATM right here, so they don't force their pedestrian customers to have to stand in front of cars in a drive-through, which is appreciated, even though their overzealous asshole security guard is not. I got a feeling he doesn't work there anymore. I've been back a few times and I have not seen him, so hopefully his attitude got him fired. So anyway, I was just saying that the couple that owns Bullis Cocktails, when I went out to grab my system out of my trunk, because I've been taking it home instead of storing it there, in the hopes that I'll set it up in my living room, and I just haven't gotten around to doing that. So apparently that is called a beg button. I always wonder what those buttons are called. On not just bikes and on City Nerd, they've done some videos about the buttons and pedestrian crossings, and apparently the proper term for it is a beg button, because as a pedestrian you have to beg to cross the street. Or you can do like me and just walk right across and give zero fucks. Nice vet running the red light. Nice truck. Sorry about your penis. Wow. We got some leftovers from the strode on strode violence here at 44th and Thomas. Somebody lost their bumper. And of course, that's more bulk trash. The city of Phoenix won't be getting picked up anytime soon. Oh goodness. So what? Anyway, so yeah, I saw them and they were pulling in as I was getting my karaoke system suitcase out my trunk. And I think they said, "Hey, Dan." I looked over and waved at them, and they waved at me, and then they proceeded to go right in the back door, like didn't come over and talk to me or nothing. And by the time I got in the bar, which was just moments later, I mean, I took my suitcase, you know, directly to where I set up my stuff, and then I walked back up to the bar to see if they were around to at least, you know, try to actually talk to them. Not that I had anything specific to say, you know, just I hadn't really, you know, I hadn't talked to Jim in quite a while, and I hadn't talked to Raina since that one time where she came up right as I had my singer's song ending. I'm trying to do a segue into the next singer, and she was awkwardly, you know, just that whole awkward situation where she's like, "Well, if there's anything you need to say, if you're having any problems, are you okay? Blah blah blah." And it was just like, wow, I really wish you'd have come up and asked me this like an hour ago. I really wish you were here at the bar at like 2:30 in the morning to ask me these questions. Anyway, yeah, they were just, when I went in, they were nowhere to be found. So I don't know if they just went in the office and handled some stuff and bailed or what, but I just did not see him at all Thursday night. I did see Jim briefly at the bar, and I just said hi, and he said hi and just kept on walking on Friday. So I was trying to say what happened on Friday. I can't believe I've wasted 41 minutes on this video, and I still haven't picked up my groceries, still haven't walked to the ATM, and still haven't spit out what I was trying to say at the beginning of my previous video, which wasted 30 minutes. Come on, Dan, get to the point. So you may have noticed there was no videos for Saturday, October 1st. I believe that guy's waiting for the bus. What do you think? Bum or pedestrian? I'm going with pedestrian. Of course, keep in mind, bum or pedestrian, those are not mutually exclusive things. It could be a bum waiting for the bus, but hey, bums that are waiting for the bus are legitimate bus passengers that should be on the bus stop. Yeah, that guy's definitely waiting for the bus. I mean, you can tell. Look at that intent look on his face as he's looking north going, "Where the fuck is my bus? I've been waiting here for 40 minutes. Where the fuck is my bus?" That is definitely the look of where the fuck is my bus. I know that look. I'm sure I've given that look many times. So yeah, no videos for Saturday, no Saturday live stream. You know, every now and then the depression, and I'm sure it's part of my bipolar, whatever, but the depression just comes in and kicks my ass in a really big way. Put a migraine headache on top of that. It just doesn't seem to go away regardless of taking painkillers. And yeah, I spent pretty much the entirety of Saturday in bed. At least I got a bunch of my old vlogs uploaded. Like every time I kind of half woke up, I uploaded another one. It's the last one I uploaded for the one from Wednesday evening, afternoon. You're blocking the sidewalk, dude. Blocking the crosswalk, man. Yeah, it looks like some damage done by a vehicle. Motor vehicles like to cause a lot of damage. All right. We got another shopping cart full of garbage over here. I don't see the person that goes with the garbage though. That's the second well-loaded shopping cart of garbage I've seen today that actually seems to have some nice stuff in it. It's a nice canteen right there. Water cooler, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's a nice one. I don't even own one that nice. Sitting there. I'll see the person that goes with it. This shopping cart looks to just be straight up garbage. Wow. Except for actually a high-end shredder. I'm gonna take that. Wow, it really smells like piss over there. I'm gonna take the shredder. That's a nice shredder. It's got a little slot for shredding credit cards and other documents. I always kind of wanted a shredder. Everything I shred, I do manually with scissors. This thing's heavy. It's got some heft to it. Guys, where'd my shredder go? Yeah, I wonder what the fuck is a homeless guy? Oh, Oh yeah, I was right. That guy's definitely getting on the bus. Like, there's my bus, finally. Well, called that one right. Yeah, you gotta wonder, like, somebody who's like living out of a stolen shopping cart like that, what the fuck is he gonna do with a shredder? I mean, I got plenty of documents that should be probably shredded, and old credit cards and whatnot that should be properly shredded. Not to mention I have an eBay store I could sell the shredder on. You gotta wonder what the guy in the homeless guy in the shopping cart is gonna do with the goddamn shredder. And where did he get it from? I want to say it looks brand new, but on the underside I can see it's been used, so I don't know. I have no idea. I can only imagine where this guy found his shredder. I found it in a shopping cart at a strip mall. I said, I'm gonna take that. Another guy walking with a backpack on. That guy, I'm gonna bet, is homeless. Although he's walking right past the bus stop, so at least that guy's walking with a purpose. Eh. No guarantee he's homeless. That's hard to say. He doesn't appear to be on drugs, though. Somebody commented where I left a comment about somebody appearing to or not appearing to be on drugs, saying, "Oh, there's not a look when someone's on drugs," or something along those lines. Yeah, I beg to differ. There most certainly is. There's the gait and the walk of somebody who's strung out on fentanyl is completely different than the gait and walk of somebody who isn't. And if you can't see the difference, you ain't paying attention. So anyway, wow, 47 minutes, still haven't got to the point. This is, I don't know, we're doing somebody with a shopping cart that looks to be full of garbage. Not sure what's going on with that guy, but he does seem to be moving with a purpose. And to be fair, he doesn't appear to be on drugs either. So, I don't know. Like, you know, it's hard to gauge other people's struggle. It really is. It really is. Like, that guy legit does not appear to be on drugs. I would say he's definitely homeless, the way he's pushing a stolen shopping cart full of garbage like that. But I wonder, you know, to what end is he pushing that garbage? Why is he pushing that garbage? What's his end goal with a shopping cart full of garbage and pushing that shopping cart southbound on 44th Street? What does he hope to accomplish? I mean, I try to think of what my goals, what my short-term and long-term goals were back when I was homeless. And I never ever once pushed a shopping cart full of garbage, ever. Usually my goals were to get to a friend's place where I could get out of the heat and get into some air conditioning for a while not impose on them too much. Kind of a common thing that I would be doing this time of day, and by this time of day I mean 9:06 a.m. On a Sunday morning. If indeed I was up this early on a Sunday morning, which usually I would not be, but if I was, I would probably be traveling and trying to find a church that provided free lunch for the homeless after their Sunday service. There's quite a few churches that do that. When I was homeless, obviously one of my major goals was keeping fed, and it didn't take long for me to get that down to a science. And not only did I have my EBT card, which would help me out with, with groceries. That was before hot food benefits were a thing, which exists now if you're homeless, where you can get meals at fast food places. That wasn't a thing when I was homeless. I had my EBT card, but I would go to convenience stores and grocery stores and get food. But obviously, I wanted that card to stretch as far as humanly possible. So I would go to Chicano U-turn, which, by the way, that is a completely legal U-turn. I've seen people in YouTube comments making comments about, oh, that guy did an illegal U-turn. No, that's a completely legal U-turn. At least in Arizona it is. As long as you're not cutting off other traffic, it's clear. It's very much a legal traffic maneuver in Arizona. I'm not making a whole lot of sense at the moment. Oh, no, so anyway, yeah, when I was homeless, I wanted to make my EBT dollars, which were not very much, as I was just a single guy. Oh, look at that, there's an encampment behind the Fast Auto Loans building. Here I'm trying to shoot some of the local homeless encampments, and I completely missed that one. Shopping cart with a whole bunch of, looks like they made a little shelter out of the shopping carts. I've got an umbrella to stay out of the sun. That's creative. Another shopping cart full of garbage sitting there. Phoenix still has a lot of work to do on cleaning this shit up, and hopefully when Kari Lake becomes governor, she can make some progress on that as well. That is, here's hoping Kari Lake becomes governor. Although, you know, she says she's going to take care of this issue, but I haven't heard her actually say how she intends to take care of this issue. But every politician always says they're going to take care of these kind of issues, but they rarely ever do, and they rarely ever articulate any kind of a plan that sounds like it has any chance of working. But I figure Kari Lake will do less damage to Arizona than Katie Hobbs will. And as Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs isn't really doing anything to solve any problems, so what makes me think that she'd do better in a higher position? Yeah, I think not. Yeah, I got a homeless person walking with a big old stick over there. I'm definitely, in the bum or pedestrian, I'm definitely leaning towards a bum on that guy. Gosh, where was I? I got really good at learning where the places were that fed, and I tried to mix it up as much as possible so I wasn't always at the same place, eating the same stuff from the same people. That got me to see more scenery. But yeah, I do wonder when I see a homeless person walking with a shopping cart full of garbage like that guy a little bit ago going southbound by my bank. To what end? Like, what's his goal in pushing all that garbage in a shopping cart? Where's he headed? What's he doing? How's that shopping cart of garbage potentially bettering his situation? I don't know. These are the things that go through my head. These are the things I wonder about. That diesel is noisy. Assuming it's a diesel, I don't know why a gas engine would sound that bad idling. I'm going to walk through Schlotzsky's drive-thru because I don't think they're open yet, and I'm just wasting time that I should spend at my bank making a deposit. Wow, Office Max is closed. Somehow I think I knew that already, but it seems weird seeing the sign just painted black while you can still see it says Office Max. Well, looks like Chipotle is still in business, although they're not open this early. Neither is the AT&T store on a Sunday. What time is it? 9:11 a.m. Yeah, 9:11 a.m. is early on a Sunday morning for most people. I find it interesting how in this whole shopping center there's one random row of covered parking over here, and it's all marked reserved. Reserved, reserved, reserved. You gotta wonder for who. My guess is employees of Goldberg and Osborne, but I have no way of knowing for sure. But yeah, in Phoenix, Arizona, covered parking is a pretty important commodity. You know, because it literally does get hot enough in cars in the summertime, and even in the couple months after summer, to bake cookies in your car if you're not in covered parking. I'm sure there's some videos on YouTube. I've seen videos of people doing it on time-lapse videos of people baking cookies in their cars on Reddit. I'm sure there's got to be some on YouTube, although I don't recall ever actually seeing them on YouTube. Anyway, Saturday, Friday night. If anybody actually watches like an hour of my video to get me to hear me put out like a minute's worth of information. I'm curious. I kind of doubt it. Hey, we do have some pedestrian connectivity for the sidewalk over to this little strip mall. I honestly thought this piece was cut off. It's good to know there is contiguous sidewalk, even if it is long and drawn out. Do not enter. Use front door. I find it interesting how the front door is over here in the back of the building, not facing the street. Facing the street is the back of the building because everybody comes in from the parking lot. Nobody actually comes here from the street. Oh, it's getting hot out here. Hey, Chipotle is hiring, starting at $14.25 an hour plus cash bonuses. So not as much money as I make at Amazon, and yeah, I don't see me ever. I hate working food service with a passion. When places like that start posting that they're starting at like at $30 an hour, I'll be like, okay, I'll suck it up and work some food service. But yeah, 14. You know, and it's funny because it wasn't that long ago that fast food places were, or that fast food workers were striking and fighting for $15 an hour. And now that fast food places are paying $15 an hour, inflation has just spiraled so out of control that it's not enough. Like $15 an hour ain't shit anymore, sadly. They got the vestibule locked. You got to walk up to the drive-up ATM now. Are you trying to go to the ATM? Yeah, they locked that shit up now.
Yeah, I know that you should be able to use your card.
No, you can't.
At all?
I shit you not. Yeah, see where they posted it up there where it says at least they finally put a sign up where it says vestibule hours. Ain't even open on Sunday. I mean, you can try it, but
Right, I know, huh?
they've been doing it for a while. It's just gonna light up red. Oh my God, it's working. Nice. Nice. That means I can go in and do my banking. Wow. Ooh, I just let a secret out that it works on Sundays. Anyway, I guess I'll explain my rest of my day in my next video. Thanks for watching.